don't know how I feel about this. Tell me how y'all feel right now. We're going to go into the Pablo Torre has another level. Maybe even the smoking gun when it comes to the Kawhi Leonard aspiration situation with the Clippers and Steve Ballmer. But y'all know, I mean, obviously I love the Clippers, and I got a little bias there, but I put that bias to the side. We've been saying a lot, and I hope we said what it really is, because the smoking gun has evaded us so far. Let's go.
After a year of my reporting on this, what multiple sources at Aspiration now tell me is something even more interesting, which is that they believe that the reason the federal government got seriously involved in the case of the tree planting fraud and the NBA team is because there was at least one whistleblower, a government whistleblower from inside of Aspiration, who went to the feds to report what they knew about alleged criminal activity by Joe Sandberg and others, presumably in writing and presumably under penalty of perjury. And so I have one more big question for NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and everyone involved in investigating this story, involved in thoroughly doing due diligence.
Okay, now remember, this must include the NBA in their investigation, and this must include, to some degree, it sounds like the government and their inquiry, if not investigation. And we are still here where there's nothing that's been of consequence to Steve Ballmer just yet. So just let you know, look at the score. Even though it's a lot of reporting, a lot of pages read, a lot of accusations or allegations, where's the score still 0-0. They've been running up and down the field. Pablo been running up and down the field between the 20s. But how many points? I'm waiting.
Including, by the way, the multiple congressional offices pushing Silver to testify about the gambling scandal, as well as the richest owner in sports under oath. And my question is, if this Aspiration whistleblower who tipped over that first domino of a federal criminal investigation exists, did they explicitly mention Steve Ballmer and NBA salary cap circumvention to the government?
That's a good-ass question.
Because that would feel like a smoking gun, as close as we can get to one in this whole story.
Yeah, I was about to stop you. I was like, have you ever been around a gun? There's no doubting what you're around. There's no, so that wouldn't be close to a smoking gun. It either is or it's not. And you even corrected yourself. You're like, oh, it's getting there. It's a replica.
If they want to come to a conclusion one way or the other, that's a question you have to ask and then get answered.
Big fan of Pablo Torre and his brain. These pursuits, though, is starting to make me say, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Seriously. There's more to it, though. It's fascinating to me because the journey, it's not the destination. Let me stop. It is the destination if we're going to do all of this and Steve Ballmer did nothing or is found not guilty. It's like, dog. We got to do our work. So I'm not against that, the due process, but man, we slander this man's name and Kawhi's and others if we don't get somewhere. So the destination, that's why I stopped myself. The destination does matter. But boy, this journey is interesting. But where are we going?
Steve Ballmer suddenly found himself competing head-to-head in 2019 against who, Amin?
The Los Angeles Lakers.
The big brother Lakers, who already had LeBron James. And I know this part because of yet another lawsuit that got filed against the Clippers. This one from 2020, and this one filed by a long time friend of Dennis Robertson by the name of Johnny Wilkes.
How much did you ask for? Let me ask that.
$2.5 million. And that was cheap for Kawhi Leonard. I should have asked for $10 million.
But the reason, again, I bring this all up now is because in the course of this lawsuit, it also indicates directly what Team Ballmer was taking time to thoroughly sniff out about Team Kawhi Leonard. Because text messages obtained by Pablo Torre finds out show that Johnny Wilkes, the plug between Team Kawhi and Team Ballmer, was communicating specifically with Clippers consultant and executive board member Jerry West.
Oh, no.
The late, great Jerry
logo.
West.
No.
A former Laker and Basketball Hall of Famer who left a similar job with the Warriors to join the Clippers in 2017, July 1st, 2019. This is the first full day free agency was officially open for business. Ballmer and Lawrence Frank and Doc Rivers officially pitch Kawhi Leonard and Uncle Dennis in person at the house of course, Doc Rivers. And that day, the logo left Johnny Wilkes a voicemail.
This is Jerry calling. I really want to thank you a lot for, trying to help. I heard this morning that everyone over in the Lakers camp think they're going to get him. I just find that hard to believe that he would want to go to that show where he would not even wouldn't get his name in the paper, and he wouldn't be the face of the franchise, that's for sure. He might be the best player on the team, but hope things are well. And, well, again, I really, really appreciate everything you've done.
Johnny Wilkes.
Man, you can't. I saw this clip about how our digital footprint is nothing but for the overseers, the tech companies, whatever you want to say, just to steal who we really are in terms of that footprint. So streaming, everything we do is an upload. All we doing is sending them who we really are, what we think, what we know. And everything is being recorded. Everything's a record. Everything's a file. Like we just gonna turn it to Autobots and Decepticons, right? Real spit. And it feels like that when Jerry West is long gone, rest in peace to the late great. And we are playing his voicemails to potentially incriminate other people. And the voicemail, frankly, was just like what you would do after you met with a recruit. You're like, I hope you're thinking about us and not them. You know what I mean? But it all kind of like alters how you see reality. Like, dang. And that was, to me, that was harmless. That was G-rated. Especially if you know Jerry West, if you did. Oh, man, this is gangster. This is fascinating.
Wilkes' YouTube channel is pretty wild, by the way. That's where we're pulling this sound
That's
from.
where the voicemail comes from.
No one was watching this stuff, but
They are now.
that's also now texting Johnny Wilkes to follow up.
Just wanted to thank you for your help. If he would go to the Lakers, he would be LeBron's caddy.
Hey, Mr. West. I was with Dennis this morning when you called. I know you guys are meeting at 3 p.m. at Doc's house. Good luck.
And later, the plug, Johnny Wilkes, followed up with another reply to Mr. West.
Dennis is kind of excited about this meeting with Mr. Ballmer. Good luck, Mr. West. Ballmer spelled B-O-M-B-E-R, by the way.
That's right. To which Jerry West says,
When can we expect a decision? Don't want to be a pest and frankly don't want to bother Dennis anymore. If you hear anything, please let me know. Thank you for all your help.
Fascinating, too. We're talking about, what, hundreds of millions of dollars? And like everybody else, everybody says that, oh, man, I don't even text. I don't need no record. They just texting. They know this is receipt. But they're not really saying anything. Part of it is I'm texting them because what have I said? You can even take it to what have I said? And more importantly, what have I done? So you can't even like take this out of context. What are you talking about? We're recruiting a dude. When can we expect a decision? What's so incriminating about that? Keep going.
speaking of Mr. Ballmer, sealed within the filings in the case of Johnny Wilkes v. LA Clippers are text messages. This is Jerry West and Steve Ballmer himself now trying to speed close on their most important superstar. For instance, this is one on July 5th, and Mr. Ballmer says,
"Where did your guy think he is leaning?"
To which the logo, Jerry West, who has been, again, plugged into Team Kawhi via The Plug, responds,
"Could not get indication. I would hope that with everyone involved on his side who are pro-Clippers, they are telling him that this is a chance of a lifetime to be involved with you and our organization."
All of which means that Steve Ballmer was diligencing. And also that despite what Randy Shelton, the Avatar Whisperer, and the Uncle Dennis plug, Johnny Wilkes, and the Clippers full court press, and the offer to trade 5 first-rounders and 2 pick swaps, plus future MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Paul George, which Kawhi Leonard also demanded, it remained unclear what the decision would be until the very end. Like, that's how much leverage Team Kawhi had on the richest man in all of sports.
Nah, dog. Nah, Pablo. Nope. The conflation right there. Okay, so Steve Ballmer is the richest man in sports. You add up all the other owners and you put them all together and he still got more than all of them together. I get it. What does that have to do with him having his franchise him having the Clippers and him wanting one player to come to the Clippers. Like, if he had no money to all the money in the world, the NBA salary cap makes you have to respect that. Okay? And now you're saying, well, he didn't respect that. Well, tell me how. Because I just watched a few minutes that you didn't tell me anything. But this could have been Michigan versus Ohio State recruiting the same defensive end. Where is he leaning? Well, if he goes to Ohio State, he'll never be a Bosa. It's like, what? Like this, am I tripping? I don't want to smoke a gun, but since I've been on this journey so long, I want to see what he's seeing. Or is this one of those adventures like, I don't know where we're really going, but let's just go? Because I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm like, right now, this feels like how they recruited me when I had leverage. Do you know when I was leaving Buffalo to go to San Diego? Oh, my God, my phone sounded like that. If they had text messages then, it would have been like that. Is Marcellus going? I left San Diego, went to the airport. I did my tour of San Diego. This was great. 8 a.m. Free agency started at midnight. I'm in San Diego in the locker room. I see a Sayal. I see a Harrison. This is 8 a.m. You know they was ready for me. Now, they didn't send me private, so I should have known. Now, they gave me a great deal, obviously. But that's me. By 10:30, I was at the airport again, about to go to Oakland to play for the Raiders. If we had text messages, they would have been like this. So where's Marcellus leaning? Instead, they called my agent. This is real spit. My agent's like, yeah, we left without a deal, but hey, we're going to go to Oakland and we're going to make them think about not giving you that offer right now. Hold on. I'll call you right back. Nearly, I'm sitting there at the gate. I don't know what the hell. I hope it wasn't Southwest. It probably was. And I'm just sitting there. Phone ring again. What's up, man? He's like, oh, they put an offer out. I said, what is it? They said 20. 20 million? Take it. He's like, no. That's the first offer. I'll call you back. We're going to talk. We're up to 25. What? What are we doing here? Okay, let's go. He's like, hold on, that's them again. Let's go. That's just recruiting, man. Right now, we in some gassed up recruiting. I don't know anything else. I don't see anything else right now. I got a lot of this. I got a guy saying, man, I offered them $2.5 million to get him. You know, I lost one of my friends. Not a great friend, but I lost a friend who he was a cool dude all the way growing up. Then he became a kind of like a hanger-on, kind of like, I got this, I do this, I got you, big dog. And I like that because that was a role that I did want and needed, but I wasn't recruiting for it. I wasn't looking like one of my homies, I'm going to convert you into like just handling odds and ends. But he did it. And I was like, all right, well, if he like doing it, this kind of justifies him hanging with me because I don't like hanging with no dudes like that, right? But you know what I found out why we stopped hanging? Because every time we were hanging, he would stay around. So I got to go do this autograph session at Foot Locker. Next thing I know, he hanging around. Oh, I'm going to clean up, big dog. I got this. You go in the car and stuff. I get up in the car, jump in the excursion, throw on the Master P, won't, shake the whole damn Foot Locker. He come in 5 minutes later. All right, let's go, big dog. You know what he was doing? He wasn't cleaning up. He was trying to leverage. He would go to Foot Locker. He would go to that Foot Locker manager. Hey. Yeah, Marcellus is really interested in coming back here. We want to establish some type of relationship and trying to get some discounts on all this stuff. I was like, what do you mean? I found this out later. I'm like, what are you doing? He did that everywhere. He was trying to get like money from everybody or leverage from discounts and cards and memberships and all. I was like, dog, how you think I already got that autograph session? All right, got a relationship. You're just trying to get hookups. Don't get on fire with the funk I'm doing. Got me all messed up. That's how I feel listening to Pablo right now. It's all messed up. Real spit. To see the full clip, check out today's live stream.
Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. VINIA, not a powder, not a pill.
It's the Daily Chews 2X formula. And yeah, they taste good too.
It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I believe the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.